there! Once in a while I wake up and feel inspired to do a gold and olive look. And today is one of those days. Olive is my favorite eyeshadow color to use, and in combination with gold it just looks royal. I did this graphic liner, I used only eyeshadows. I used the micellar water technique. I will show it to you soon, like in the tutorial. And I also use no foundation because that's how I feel lately. I just feel like skipping foundation and just applying concealer in terms of coverage. Well, let's get into it. I kind of need a new eyeshadow primer. Do you guys know any drugstore ones that are good? From the drugstore I just tried the NYX one and it was fine, but I think I want to try something else. So if you do have any recommendations, I would really appreciate them. For now, I'm using a concealer. This is the Kind and Free by Rimmel. The thing with this one is that it's a little bit hydrating, so hydrating concealers are not really ideal to use as eyeshadow primers because they do crease a little bit easier. If you have a matte concealer, it would be a little bit better. If you have an eyeshadow primer, that would be ideal in my opinion. To help it a little bit, I'm going to use some translucent powder. That's gonna help absorb the oils on my lid, and it's not gonna crease as fast. And the powder that I'm using is the RCMA No Color. I'm gonna use two palettes today. The first one is going to be the Urban Decay Stone Vibes. Oh, the packaging. So pretty. I'm gonna just take the Good Karma shade to run it all over my lid. It's just light nude color, just to cover up my lid a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take my finger, because for these shimmers I only use finger application because with the brush it doesn't really pick up the glitter. And I'm gonna reach for Tiger's Eye, this gold shade. It has some different reflections, so it's not just gold. Okay, so it has a little bit of pink in it, but I'm gonna place this in the center of my lid especially. Actually, I think I want a little bit more gold than this. I'm gonna reach for my second palette, the Tribe from Juvia's Place, and I'm gonna pick this shade in the middle, and I'll see if I can apply it around the previous shade. Here as well. Okay, yeah, that's pretty. Time for the olive. I'm going to use eyeshadows. This matches my dress. I'm going to go for this shade, but I'm going to do that micellar water technique. So I'm going to wet my brush first with a little bit of micellar water. I have an angled brush here because I'm going to do a graphic liner. So this is my micellar water, just wetting my brush with it. And then I'm dipping into the corner of this eyeshadow. I'm dipping into the corner because it's kind of messing up the texture of the eyeshadow a little bit. I don't want to ruin the full eyeshadow, just a little corner of it. So I'm starting here and doing a line towards the end of my brow. This is the end of my crease. I'm going to extend that again towards my temples. And now let's connect these two. And now let's turn this into a real wing liner. So I'm gonna connect that first line with my lid. I need to wet my brush again. And I picked up a little bit more eyeshadow. I'm doing the liner with my eyes open because I like going over the creases that I have here in my outer corner. That helps me get a liner that's as straight as possible. And I think I'm gonna bring this all across my lid. I usually do my liners just in my outer corner, but for some reason I feel like having a little bit more green today. So I want that shade on my lid as well. I still don't feel like applying foundation, so I'm gonna go back to my Kind and Free concealer, and I'm gonna apply it in the inner portion of my under eyes, on the side of my nose, a bit on my nose, and I will also cover these pimples. I'm just gonna use my finger and pat this in. The foundation for me, I think, is just a laziness problem. And I do like the effect with just concealer on my skin. Well, not just concealer, because I will apply other products as well. But I mean in terms of coverage. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that powder to set the concealer. First, I'm making sure there are no creases. And I'm gonna stamp it. And also bringing it down to blur the pores area. Looking at the before and after, it does make a difference. I'm gonna take the NYX Sweet Cheeks in the shade So Taupe, which is broken, but it's my contour powder. Okay, yeah, definitely today I think I'm gonna fix this. I hope I am. I'm gonna start from the top of my ear and bringing it down towards the center of my face. I think I applied a tiny bit too much, so I'm gonna use the leftover on my jawline, bringing it down on my neck. Also underneath my nose. Now that I laid out the product, so I don't have as much product on the brush, I'm gonna start blending this. For blush, I'm going to use my Essence. It's the blush in the shade 10. And this is gonna go a little above the contour. Again, on the sides of my face, fading it inwards. And I'm gonna finish off my face makeup with my e.l.f. Baked highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. Gonna throw that on the top of my cheekbone. So now I'm glowing. I did my lips off camera because I'm using the same combo. I just have it in front of me. It's neutral, it's easy to remove, it's moisturizing. I care about easy to remove because I don't necessarily like the feeling of lipstick on my lips. Today, if I'm staying at home, I'll just remove this right after filming this video. I mean, remove the lipstick. I just keep the rest of my makeup. I use the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Truffle, and I also use this shimmer balm. I'm gonna finish off the eyes. I did this one off camera. From the Tribe palette, I'll pick this light shimmer, greenish gold, whatever shade. I'll apply it with a flat brush in my inner corner. And I'm kind of extending it a bit on my lower lash line in the inner portion. And I'm gonna do an inner corner wing with the same eyeshadow that I used for the graphic liner. I'm just gonna use the sharp tip of this brush and do a little extension in my inner corner. I'm gonna finish off with mascara, but first I am curling my lashes. I'll be using my Sky High mascara from Maybelline. I'm using it both on my top and bottom lashes. This is the look all complete. I intended it to be spring inspired, although it's snowing outside and it's snowing really badly. On the 4th of April. I don't know what's going on. Easter is coming, but it feels like Christmas is coming at this point. Well, I hope you enjoyed the look. Thank you so much for watching this video. I wish you have an amazing day and I will see you next time. Bye!